What up? It's your boy Marco from Upside Down Studios. It is What the Fuck Wednesday. How everybody doing out there tonight? We got some special guests in the house tonight. Dino got a gig. Cole Clayton is out partying with his sister for her birthday. Kind of weird. But so we got local motherfucking comedian powerhouse and podcaster Malcolm Floyd. What up, Malcolm?
It's your player partner. It's your postal player partner. Most days in the morning time, you catch me on Facebook and TikTok on the Big Back Network Weather Report. You already know I'm your player partner.
Hell yeah. And down below, head CEO, founder, co-founder, only person left in Eargasm Comedy, Ryan Weiss.
Hey guys, how you doing? Ryan with Eargasm Comedy here.
Can you bend your camera down a little bit? All I see is the top of that peanut up there. I'm getting blinded by the shine on top of your head.
Oh, it's the yellow peanut. It's the yellow peanut M&M.
Yeah. We go any lower, they're going to see how dirty my house is. We ain't doing that.
I mean, I got baby oil behind me.
And
you
see hey, Marco, you see what's behind me, though? You know what that is?
That's the door.
No, look at the... I found the shirts from the Eargasm experience where we met like 7 years ago. Look at that.
I met you at the flea market.
Yeah, I don't want to claim that.
I met you at the flea market. I don't know this motherfucker.
I never been.
Malk, I ain't gonna lie. I met him and Will Hopkins at the Four Seasons flea market.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to the east side of the real quick. Out there at the Four Seasons flea market.
Yeah, they was out there with one mic and one speaker, just sitting there trying to collect up for a show they was doing.
Just hustling.
Somehow, some way, I ended up on their mic.
Yeah, look, hustling. Look at that. You done came all the way and now you're here. Go ahead and take your drink.
I was told that it's somebody was like, yeah, it's a great crowd out there. I've been back several times. I'll admit it. 4 seasons. Y'all got me. Y'all.
Wait a minute.
The coolest thing in Youngstown. I'm not gonna lie.
You did the show at the Four Seasons?
Yeah, the Four Seasons flea market.
Yeah, okay, now whoever told you that was not your friend.
I don't have friends apparently.
Oh no, we get it. We get it. Okay,
I've learned I don't have good friends. That's the real.
Yeah. We're gonna have to fix your change. You're gonna change your outlook of character.
Yeah, but it was a good time. And listen. The Four Seasons flea market, just going to give it rave reviews here on Upside Down Studios Yelp. You know, they've got like 5 food carts and everything you need. It's great. Definitely.
No. The place is great. The place is great. Four Seasons, a lot of food.
If it gets rated by ICE, I don't know what's going to be left of that place, but you know.
The people that sell plants, the people in the vans, they have fresh plants and stuff.
The two white people that sell, I know the two white people that sell plants. Yeah.
That's what you'll have left. That's what you have. I don't know who's gonna make the gyros, but I don't know what you know.
Hey, look, I don't know if y'all ever seen real Department of Homeland Security agents, real ICE agents. But that shit ain't no joke. Like, right, I don't know if you ever heard about this, but maybe about, I don't know, I'd say 10 years ago, fucking Four Seasons flea market got raided. There was, oh yeah. I ain't gonna say, I allegedly knew some folks who was bringing in some shit from New York and at some nice prices, some higher end merchandise with name brands on them. Now we don't know where they came from, whether they was knockoffs, whether they weren't. But apparently,
I don't even want to do too much more. I feel like I'm an accomplice now.
No, this is statutes of limitations.
All right.
But anyway, they wasn't there for what we was particularly doing. We was just kind of may be a part of it allegedly, because there was a bunch of people selling knockoff shit at the flea market, and people didn't know the difference. And I think it was maybe Gucci, who came in that bitch, or who pushed the issue. Dude, I went to go meet my dude one morning. I had my motherfucking weenie dog with me, and I go meet up with my dude, and there was no oddball cars. There was no, trucks or nothing. There was no oddball people. It didn't look like anywhere. Dude, in an instant, all of a sudden, you just saw people off jackets, and it was DHS on the back of it. I was like, what the fuck? What? Look, my one dude, because
I hate the letters. I hate the letters. I fucking hate the letters.
Here, I want to pause in, and I'm sorry, but I love this guy. Listen, Marco definitely was not involved in that. Okay, that's not what I'm saying, but Marco knew everything. Like, he was like, yeah, I think it was this one guy with the Gucci purses. Like, Marco knew everything about that operation, but he wasn't in on it at all.
No, not at all. Not at all. I grabbed my weenie dog and I tucked my dog like it was a football, like that one football movie with Jamie Foxx. I tucked that shit up under my and went on the inside and was talking to old folks, because I've been going there for long enough to know, the people who've been there for. I was like, damn, are you seeing all these people getting raided? What's going on?
On the record for this, just in case Ice is watching, he was not involved. He did not know those people, but the reason he knows everything that was going on is he bought like 20 of them purses. He's got like 52 of their merchandise in his home right now.
Nope. Ain't nothing at my house. Ain't nothing at my house. Everything was given away as gifts.
He's giving them away as gifts. You see what I said?
Yeah, but so I'm not receiving the stolen property or the counterfeit property. Somebody else received it. Listen, I was just the corridor through the way. Boom, there you go.
And speaking of the corridor,
I was shopping locally.
Yeah, that was it.
I was supporting the American Dream. American Dream.
I didn't know I had to verify where the purse came from. I apologize, officer.
Hey, now they've been jumping out of vans with the letters on their chest. It's like, you got to start a haste. Hey,
they came out of everywhere, dude. My dude bailed on his wife. They arrested his wife.
Oh shit!
Listen, I seen they was locking up the Haitians. It's like, well, now I kind of might want to have my papers on me now. Wait a minute. I was born here on soil.
Get you a straight cut them dreads with them.
Listen,
when I go out to the clubs, I ain't even gonna lie, especially if I'm showing my tattoos. My name's Mark White.
Yo, Marco can get white pretty quick. Like,
I haven't even thought about alternative names.
Marco code switch, like it's like
I can get white real quick. How you doing, officer? Yeah, my name is Mark White, and that's my Mustang out there. You know, the midlife crisis mobile. You look at the rims; they're regular rims. You know, that's.
I can't even think of a safe name. Any name I think of, I mean, shit, they go straight to an immigrant. My name is Winston Gofflin. Well, okay, get in the car. Fuck, wrong name. I should have said my name is Tyrone. Oh, Tyrone, what? Get in the car.
Steve Smith, officer.
Steve Smith. Yep.
That's it.
I don't even know what the fuck. I will probably give a damn fake. I will probably give a damn celebrity. My name is Idris Elba. Get in the car. Just get in the car.
That sounds too out of towny. You're gonna get deported.
Your name is Idris Elba. Is that the guy that played? Just get in the car. Just get in the car. You know what? I'm not even gonna fight with you. I'm 5'2". Idris Elba is like 5'9".
So I guess
200 pounds.
That's gonna be the first topic we're gonna hit, I guess, because there's a lot of shit that goes on out there, and I hear it a lot from comedians, local comedians too. Look, people who are Americans are not gonna get deported. Like real deal Americans, like you didn't do. There are rules. There was rules before Trump was here. You know, these rules that are being enforced now.
No, he's been changing the rules. He just grabbed a permanent marker and just don't give a fuck.
You are not safe. I am not safe. There are no rules.
That is bullshit. Like that
there are no rules. There are no rules.
All right, one at a time. Okay. Look, we go look as a Hispanic person. You know, I will tell you first of all, I'm about tired of everybody all the time. They thinking that illegals are getting deported. It's the Hispanics. Fuck y'all. That's a racist concept. There's plenty of Iranians and Russians and Sand people. And even Malk said the Haitians is getting, it ain't just the Hispanics that are illegals. So we're going to just top that off. Second of all, now that the only thing that didn't really change, it was just enforced and, you know, or is now being enforced. And it was actually for the slaves. So the slaves were allowed to vote. So the slaves were allowed to own property and shit. You know, that's where the birthright citizenship came in. You know, if you was born here, whether you know, because they considered the slaves from Africa or whatever. No, if you were born here, then that baby's, you know, is an American. You know, now what would happen afterward during history, you know, that's, you know, another fucking page in the book. But that was made for slaves. Now, we let that shit go for years and years and years because, you know, there was a lot of army people who, you know, they came over and had kids or whatever, and they had their babies here. So, you know, the baby American got to have the parents with them. That was called anchor babies. Now, the anchor baby thing started getting real bad in the mid-90s. You know, that's when they was just coming across the border. You know, the Mexicans now were coming across the border pregnant, just walking into a hospital. Boom, you had that baby in the hospital because the hospital ain't allowed to deny you.
Yeah.
The baby's American. You bring in, you know, abuelita. You bring in, you know, the dad. You bring in, you know, abuela. The whole family comes in. And, you know, that loophole got wind of, and it started going crazy. So they sealed up that birthright citizenship. So now, if your parents was illegal, and this is somebody, you know, just posted some stupid shit on one of the Facebook things talking about, well, they are deporting Americans. You know, they had deported the illegal parents of a American child. Well, first of all, if your parents was illegal, you ain't legal. That loophole is done now. You know, it's being enforced now. So there ain't no, you know, if you American, first of all, if you mixed in with a bunch of illegals, you know, just like if I'm with a bunch of motherfuckers that's about to riot and shit or start a fight in the club, you know, the cops come in, I'm with them. Whether I threw a punch, whether I pulled a trigger, whether I had a fucking, you know, sign, I'm with them. So, yeah, you might get swept up in the mix there. But as far as you just walking down the road or you getting pulled over, you might get asked your ID, but we get that anyways over here. So, I mean, you know, you got your ID, you got your paperwork. And now, if you got a warrant, now you gonna go to jail. But that's how America is. If you get ran and when you get pulled over, whether you legal or not, you get your shit looked at least where we come from. They check to see if you got a warrant. They check to see if you got. Look, child support come up on me one time. You know, that shit came. I got arrested because I was behind on child support, and it was only because they didn't do the paperwork. So, I mean, this whole bullshit about, oh, you but now it's good for comedy. I got a whole set on me being deported for comedy. But I mean, when it comes down to it, man, we fucking Americans. We trying to get the illegals the fuck out of here. And if I wouldn't have let all this shit happen in the first place, we wouldn't be in this situation.
Yeah. It's kind of like this. They like the chickens came home to roost.
I mean, just like that. Who was that? That Arbrego dude that they made come back from El Salvador. You know, now that all the shit is leaked out, you know, that dad, that outstanding community person, he was a coach, he was this and that. Nah, that dude was smuggling fucking people and kids. The shit's leaked out. You know, the paperwork is all out now. You know, that dude was a piece of shit. And so now that came out, us as taxpayers got to pay to keep him in prison. And he asked the government, and it got granted, to give him security, because as soon as he walk out, as soon as he gets charged or whatever, he could be deported again. And we granted it.
Yeah.
I mean, what you think about it down there, white man?
Damn, that was harsh.
Yeah, he's at my neck. It's okay. Frankly, I don't care. I really don't care. Like there's systems to catch the criminals. I wish they would put more money into like actually catching criminals and policing people, but we got so many bigger fucking problems. I don't care. I don't care about immigration. It's a smokescreen. They keep making us talk about it. I don't give a shit.
I want to jump in on the back of that because it's like you said, it's a smoke screen simply because America is literally the melting pot. But you want to block people from coming in and melting in the pot. Like, so it will no longer be a melting pot. It will just be soup now, if you ask me. The same kind that we just brewing in this bitch. But we're more and more. Now, don't get me wrong, because I just say, just do this shit legally. Quit hopping fences and digging tunnels. Come in this bitch authentically legal. Come in this motherfucker the right way. And then I might get a problem with you. Like you said, don't come in here and just poo the baby out just because you done hopped the fence and poo the baby out a little in the way. Like you come out that motherfucker. Now you just, no. Gang citizenship.
And I hate that, I'm sorry, but my first thought when we were talking earlier, and we'll get to that later, but Marco brought up something that they're spending a bunch of money on right now, and my first thought was all this money we spend on trying to stop these people, just put the money into making it easier for people to come here legally, and then we won't have so many people taking the illegal route.
Bro, I wouldn't say I wouldn't say just let them come in, make it easier for them. Now I will say just it's the same steps, but the money that you using for that. Shit. Okay. What's the address? What's the address to the White House? I don't even throw it out there, but we all know it, motherfucker. You know the street. I'm pretty sure if you go outside, if you look left and you look right, look it's a motherfucker sleeping on the street.
Right. We can't take care of our own house, and we started bringing them motherfuckers.
Good greens and grits, my nigga. We could just be using that money differently.
And
it's
the fact is, like,
outside right now.
The fact that
we fucking your money off the wrong way. That's my opinion.
I got a citizenship book. I bought one to see what a citizenship book consists of. That book ain't 100 pages. That book is about that fucking thin. It's sitting under my bed right now, motherfucker. I got a citizenship book just to see what the fuck, how hard it was. Now I was proven wrong.
He's studying.
Now, he studied them 11 pages. He's over
here like my complexion becoming. I need to know some answers.
Now,
but
to look at it like now, I was proven wrong on this because that's usually my argument. And that argument stands 98% of the time. Now, for sand people, totally different. They got a lot more hoops to jump through. I gotta admit, there's a lot more that the sand people got to go through to get here in the country. But
still,
hey,
you don't make it easier. You don't make it easier. You don't make it easier. Not to cut you off, but you don't make it easier because the whole aura of it is the people that are going through. They're trying to leave their country, right? They're trying to leave their country to come and live the American dream. The American dream is not that easy as a dream as you think. It's people already here trying to live the American dream, and you trying to be a raindrop in the ocean of people trying to live the American dream. It's not. I don't want to be mean or rude or not, but you don't get to. You don't get to get a waiver or nothing. You don't get to get a waiver over there because there's people already here. Like I said, there's people living on the street. We still have a middle class and lower class. If anything, boosts all the middle and lower class up to the upper class, and now immigrants will be the middle and lower class. Let them do the
that'll be called racist like a motherfucker though.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to be, but it's like
the immigrants to be middle and lower class. The immigrants can't. That'll start a whole.
I'm not saying that they can't because you can always go from lower class to middle class. You can go from middle class to upper class. and they are that now. If anything, that would be the American dream, that you always have the opportunity to level up, but you just don't get to come in on the plateau like, hey, I'm up here. Hey, excuse me, sir. Like I said, it's people outside of the Capitol building. They can look out there with their binoculars and see a motherfucker huddled up.
I mean, right now,
like, come on, bro, we're wasting our money the wrong way.
If you go down to the courthouse in downtown Youngstown right now, there's motherfuckers sleeping in the windows because they got the heat vents by the windows or the air conditioning by the window. You know, there's people sleep. I can guarantee I could drive down there now. You know, I see them every time I got to go down to that courthouse. I mean, you know,
you go pretty frequently, I see. You go pretty frequently, I see. You got a permanent parking spot.
I wasn't gonna say shit. I was gonna let it go.
Well, speaking of corruption and shit in the local governments, lower down. Malcolm, I was telling Malcolm a little bit about this earlier. There is a Chinese spy that was just caught. She has been in the governor's house since Governor Cuomo. She was the head DEI lady for that Gretchen Hochul, that dumb chick. Yeah, Chinese spy. Running the DEI in New York, wondering why they got a communist dude coming in there about to be mayor.
Now, I see. Now the thing is, I was talking to somebody. I'll let them remain nameless. But I was saying, like, I pay attention to politics. And lately, I don't know if it's just me, but a lot of politics has been leading towards like communist type shit. Like we have already been like in the capitalist moment, like, you know, capitalist and communism kind of like, yeah.
No, they don't mix.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, so it's like, hey, now, what the fuck are we doing? Like our government is construed. We don't know if we're going left or right. You got one motherfucker doing this, you got one motherfucker doing that. They want to be communists and capitalists all at once, but this shit don't mix.
And then the bad thing is and then, I mean, it goes back into the immigration laws and just some of these laws that people want to be equal. They don't know, like all of these laws got consequences. You know, just like I'm a firm believer that, you know, no local judge could be stopping anything the president could do. And the Supreme Court just ruled with that. But you know, being that now that was kind of unwritten rule, but being that now that's official, that could blow up in so many different ways, 10, you know, decades down the road.
Because that just eliminates the base level judge, like, because like you said, now if you're the judge and I say this verdict is this, but me and Ryan, we're part of the Supreme Judge, fuck you.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much the way that our you know judicial system is. You know, your local government, your local judge take care of your local shit, and then there's you got a Supreme Court in your whole, you know, state that takes care of, you know, all the ones that make it to the head of the counties, the appeals and shit. You know, now a judge, I feel like a state judge might be able to be like, hey, we're going to stop this or we're going to have to investigate on this or something like that. But they pulling local judges. You know, now we can't even get a straight local judge around here anymore.
But now you got a corrupt governor. You got a corrupt governor laying up with a Chinese spy.
Well, no, she wasn't laying up with him. That was Swalwell. Swalwell was actually laying up with one. He another governor of a different state.
See, this is not stuff that's told on the natural, you know what I'm saying, the news. They give you the bullshit like, oh, it was a car chase earlier coming down Market Street. They'll give you some bullshit. And it's going to be like 75 degrees tomorrow. It might rain. It's a little foggy, a little humid. They don't tell us like, fuck, our governors are sleeping with Chinese spies and we leaking information on some pillow talk. Because she done gave that motherfucker some low name.
If you want some real talk about our country and our government shit, you got to look at news from like Australia and India, you know, places that don't give a fuck about us. We just
where do you
Sky News Australia or there's a Hindi, I think it's called Hindi Times. That's Indian one, and a few other ones that I watch is overseas. They don't give a, you know, we're third page news.
And
you know,
not to like move off of it, but I was noticing like Iran and Iraq and like Saudi. No, okay, that's what it is. Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has a big hand in boxing now, like an American sport. They call a lot of shots in boxing now. Like, oh, we won't promote that fight if you're doing a lot of running.
Well, it's like the Chinese in our movies. You ain't never noticed that a lot of our, especially like in Mortal Kombat, that's a martial arts movie. But they didn't let Scorpion's face be a skull for more than a half a second because the Chinese wouldn't let it be in their thing because they don't allow, I guess, flaming skulls or whatever to be portrayed over there. And Marvel took that shit right the fuck out. I mean, or what was the basketball? Was it LeBron or somebody who turned coat, you know, and apologized to the Chinese or whatever? One of them big name basketball players, I think it might have been LeBron. This was a while back. Like, you know, he said something and then Nike was going to pull him from the line and he apologized to China and all this shit.
That might have been Kyrie.
One of them motherfuckers.
But it's crazy how much of a play they have in like American politics and sports and like, you know, Saudi Arabia. It was like, wow. When did Saudi Arabia start making shots and, you know, calling shots in boxing? This was American sport.
The money, man. It's the money.
It's the money. They got more of a stake in it, and it's like that just lets you kind of if you kind of read between the lines, it's like, you know, we're kind of falling down.
A lot.
They taking over the sports. You know what I'm saying? That's just one. That's just one.
If you look up like how much just land alone, property alone that the British still own in America that we ain't even allowed on, you would freak the fuck out. And then the Chinese was buying up. They just stopped it. They put in a new law that they just stopped it. The Chinese was buying up the farms. So, you know, like there's a lot of American land that ain't American land no more.
That's fucking wild. I remember reading some shit years ago, like China came to collect on their debt, and it's like shit. We ain't, you know, the U.S. ain't have it, so they like granted them some land, like in the middle of the fucking nowhere.
Yeah, you see what the Asians do with that land in the middle of nowhere. You know,
that's what, like, I don't know what they did with it, but it was like I remember reading that and it was like, damn, that shit crazy as fuck. And I be talking to people about it and they be like, man, bro, you fried, you burnt. Like, no, bro, I really be sitting in this motherfucker. I be sitting in here reading shit, trying to find knowledge and shit. Like, you know, and I be trying to like go in depth. And I see something. I go down to Google feed. That's a podcast that I was gonna start. It's the Google feed. And all I just go down my Google feed and just ran whatever the fuck they got. We're just gonna talk about that shit. But it was like the shit that I be seeing on my Google feed when I be trying to relate to people, they be like, man, bro, what the fuck is you talking about?
And nobody wants to hear it, dude.
Nobody wants to hear it, but they be like, but then next thing you know, like I watch Face the Nation and all those political shows, and then next thing you know, they talking about it. I be over here having a weirdest deja vu. I'm over here having my
they'll throw it in. A lot of them political shows will just throw it in on the slide. It'll just be like happenstance, like out of nowhere. Like
meet the press. Meet the press to speak on it and just slide off to a commercial. I've noticed that. Like Face the Nation, Meet the Press. They motherfuckers just say something, we're going. And we'll be right back after these commercials. And they'll be like, whoa. And then come back from commercial. And this is a totally different topic. But it's like that. All y'all did was just touch on that China has gained land in the middle of motherfucking Arkansas. Like, excuse me? We'll be right back after these commercials after that. We'll be like, whoa, no, motherfucker, hold on. I got a question. I got like 8 of them, bitch.
We ain't coming back to it either. Nope. That was a.
They don't come back to it at all.
They don't come back to it at all. Nope. When you come back to it, they be like, "Oh, well, we're talking to the governor of Michigan." Like, no, what the fuck? No, you.
And they make it sound like it was good. Like, yeah, the Chinese actually bought out a failing Monsanto farm, and they're
Yeah,
turn things
that's
around.
what it
And
be.
it's like,
And
did
it
you
be
just
like
put Chinese and Monsanto in the same paragraph and tell me that's going to be a good thing?
in the middle of Arkansas.
Yes. Look,
Huh?
I want to chime in on the spy thing though. So
Yeah.
if that's cool. So when you brought this up, I just read about half the article, and first of all, it's kind of funny to me because these rich people, like
They be rich.
like these
They
rich
be rich.
people, like
They be rich.
it's like embezzling, and like they done took money from China and other countries and gave it to all their other rich friends. So I will not be surprised if nothing comes from this. They don't get a slap on the wrist or something, but that's not what's scary. What's terrifying is they just acknowledge that we have Chinese spies, and if you've been paying attention, there's been more and more acknowledgement of there being a fuck ton of Chinese.
There's not just one here.
Hold on, let me get through. Here's what's. I was actually listening to a few things on this earlier in the week, and what's terrifying about it is, I mean, we've got really open immigration for Chinese people. We've got Chinese students in our colleges. We've got work programs. We've got a lot of people here. And what one of the CIA, I don't know what to call operatives, was talking about in the show I was watching was they don't identify as American. No. Like if you talk to Chinese businessmen or whatever, they're like, yeah, I'm a Chinese American. He's like, so there. It's kind of like what we had in the Cold War. We have a lot of potential Chinese agents just fucking everywhere that report to their
the whole Chinese police station in New York.
Yeah, that report to their. I'm not going to say the
they have a whole
name because the algorithm will pick it up. But look up into what the Chinese three-letter agency is, and literally they all like it's just known. It's just they're everywhere, and we owe them a shit ton of money. So it's whatever, they can just be here. So I don't know. That's terrifying. The economic victory that they're pulling on us is terrifying. And some of the stuff that they're talking about in Taiwan, apparently they're making boats that will literally deploy into pontoon bridges like oil rigs, how they come up on stilts. And the news anchor I was watching is like, yeah, they've made 3 of them. There's a small fleet. I'm like, no, China doesn't make 3 of anything. They've got fucking hundreds of those by now.
Yeah.
If we know about it, they've got hundreds. Like, this is not... Like, this is not okay. It's not all right.
I used to play this computer game called Medieval War.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the best ways to like gain control in this game was either send your missionaries to change your religion, or you'll send spies. What they would be spies, assassins. But with these spies would have certain, like, saying there was never just one.
Never.
There was never just one. You never win anything with just one. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So the process of this game was you were to train as many spies, assassins as you could. You send them across whatever plane that you want to conquer. You send your missionaries, change your religion. After that, your spies and assassins will take out the leaders. You gain control. Now, let's flip this. Let's fast forward. We have multiple Chinese spies on land. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, take what I said, count the coins, and, get your Sonic rings. But you know what I'm saying? So, there is multiple. There is not just one in New York, one that's here. Yeah. Trust me, there's one in each state. There's one in each state that just have not been found, and
hundreds.
There's always a click move, and it'll start to.
Now to pull everything together. Wait a second, Ryan. To pull everything together now. Here's something odd that you said that. Now we got the Chinese spies. Now what nobody else is talking about is how the Sand people got a big hand in taking over a lot of shit in America. They already got a big chunk. They already got a big chunk of Texas. They got Minnesota. They're about to take over New York. Everybody talking about Hispanic this and that. Nobody looking at the Sand people.
That's what I was talking about. They're taking over boxing.
Now, who's one of the Sand people's biggest supporters? Who's one of the biggest allies to the Sand people? The Chinese. Now, who are the spies? The Chinese. I mean, we got threats from within like a motherfucker.
Well, here's I kind of wanted to. I'm getting an echo now. I don't know if it's me or you guys, but that is what's terrifying is that there is a league of people that would like to see us do harm. And like Malcolm was saying, they influence us slowly over time, right? Like they're not.
Mm-hmm. It trickles.
It's
a trickle down.
You can see a lot of unrest and unhappiness in the country. What kind of gets me now is, let's say World War III did kick off, right? And all this shit hit the fan. We was at war. They always talk about like the third wave, like the Americans with guns that are going to rise up. Number one, we got all these sleeper cells in here. But number two, I think what they've done over the past 20, 30 years is we just don't care anymore. I don't see a large wave of people rising up to defend this country anymore. Like, we're all too broke, too much of our own problems to even fucking care anymore. Like,
I kind of disagree. More so, it won't be more so like, oh, we're defending America. It will be more so a wave of people like, bitch, I'm defending my shit, nigga. Because who the fuck is you? Who the fuck is you? Bitch, I got a Draco and an AR all over this motherfucker, a couple 4.5s and a 9 and a 40.
Get off my lawn.
There'll be a lot of get off my lawn energy.
Get the fuck off my grass.
But there won't be a lot of.
That's it.
There won't be a lot of. We gotta retake Florida. Like
no,
they ain't gonna make it through. That's the thing. You started hitting them hillbillies in Florida. What the fuck? Why you like in prison in the middle of the Everglades? The Gators.
I feel like after that happens, if something was to happen, the shit came over here and just happened to be to where it was like, hey, we gotta rise up, and everybody comes outside with they motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, with their you know what I'm saying. I think after that, and we defend this motherfucker as people, me personally, I think we instantly go towards them motherfuckers. Like, y'all been lying this whole fucking time. Fuck y'all. Y'all next. I'm sorry, don't call me. I'm just not no threat, no nothing. But I think as we, the people, would have to, I think if we was to defend this bitch, I think we would actually come together. We would come together like, okay, let's look at that. Just look at here. We got a black guy, a white guy, and a Mexican guy.
I don't look okay.
If you get these three motherfuckers to come together and be like, hey, fuck them niggas. Fuck them niggas that's in the head. You get all three of these motherfuckers come there and say, fuck them. That's where the problem is. They're going to be like,
one joke, and then I really want to just be a voice of pessimism. I don't think y'all would help me with a flat tire. So I don't think that, we coming together. But
that's terrible.
Here's again from the newsreel and things that are going on in the world.
That's terrible.
I know. Y'all wouldn't piss on me if I was on fire, okay? So I don't believe in the unity anymore. But
after I lied my point.
Yeah.
Let it go right off his eyebrow.
You got the Mediterranean countries, China, Russia. We still have all these Asians here. The one saving grace that I'm a nerd. I'm not a tactician, but I have opinions. And one of the opinions I do have a butthole, it doesn't seem like China is going to invade us. It doesn't seem like that's their plan. They had a pact with Iran, I think it was, and they could have come to the defense of their Russian friends, of their Iranian friends, and they didn't. They sent money and they sent supplies, but they didn't send troops. So it doesn't look like they're going to go the military route. It looks like they're going to keep slowly undermining us. Like,
you don't blow up your whole telephone network because somebody hung up the phone on you.
Yeah, look, they're not. Listen, we are still their cash cow. Okay, you don't mess with Okay, I'm sorry. Anyways,
well, no, I don't even see.
No, talk your shit.
I don't even see that
because the motherfucker you will not. You're not gonna tank the motherfucker. That's your biggest cash cow.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even
everything in this motherfucker is made from China.
Their network here, though, their underground network. Why would you blow that up just because one of your boys hung up on somebody? Here's a little something. Don't be an asshole next time. You fucking up shit for everybody.
You're seeing what they're doing though is this. So these rich people in bed with senators and stuff. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if their game was to try to get a communist party moving in America. If that was their plan.
In New York, you watch the news.
No, just to fuck with us. They probably won't take power, but just to divide us some more. Why? Is there a communist party in New York now? Is that what's going on?
Dude, the mayor straight up said he's changing everything communist in New York.
Fuck yeah.
Beautiful.
I mean, he rapping. He out there rapping, doing TikTok videos talking about changing everything to communist shit.
I'm not doing no communist shit. Listen. Okay, all right, let's do some communist shit. I'm cool with walking around with a goddamn katana. Let's go. I'm cool with walking around.
Until some little 4-year-old boy start walking around with his daddy not even a katana, little half knife and drop it on your toe. Now you ain't walking to the mail no more.
I'll chop your ass in half.
Marco, I'm sorry.
I'm nasty with a katana. I'm nasty. I'm telling you, I'd cut a motherfucker in half. I cut a nigga like Christmas cake. You don't even have cake on Christmas.
Well, you know what? In defense of that, you do think a little bit more first. When you got a katana, you got time to think. You're like, look, do you really want me to slice your ass in half?
Once I pop it out of that sacral,
right? Like it's more, it's like, we're really gonna do this dance right now, like.
Yep.
Right.
I had sushi earlier. I'm ready for whatever. Heavy on the wasabi. I'm ready for whatever, baby. I'm ready for whatever.
All right, so on to a different topic, man. You touched on this a little bit on your show, but I didn't hear you talking about any of the shit that was going on because of it. Diddy was out there. He got the verdict came in. I know everybody know about it. Pretty much all he got charged with is driving some hookers around, which were male prostitutes. Which honestly,
they say that's up to 10 years though.
Yeah, that's a max though. That's a max.
That's a minimum. That's a minimum.
That ain't the minimum. That's the max. The max is 10 years.
They said he got charged on 2 of them where they were saying that.
I know what they were saying, but when you look in, because I was looking into the law shit, when it comes down to it, the max for transportation for prostitution, and he didn't. Those prostitutes wasn't him. Them dudes was bought to fuck Cassie. So he really didn't even have a deal. He was pretty much a taxi. So transportation. So that, you was moving the dick from here to here. That's what he got popped with. Maximum sentence on each one of them charges is 10 years. That's the reason why they ain't giving him bail, because they know when he walk, he gonna, like, where Diddy gonna go? Diddy ain't leaving nowhere. He here chilling now.
That's crazy as fuck. I bet he not sitting down at all.
Nope.
He not sitting down at all.
He chilling. He's chilling right now.
Listen,
he's probably a little pissed off because they didn't let his bail, let the new bail go. But I mean, it don't matter. Once the judge makes the fucking sentence, fucking say the money, dude. You've been in there for how long already? What's another couple of days?
2 years?
Yeah. So they can say, all right, well, you got a year for each of them. You already did your time. You on probation for this long. Boom. It's done. It's done.
Who the fuck is going? I'm not listening to no Diddy music after this. They said that you like to put man butter on your nipples. I'm sorry, sir. I'm not listening to shit that you fucking produce. I don't care. I stopped listening to once they said that he produced the Marathon by Nipsey Hussle. I stopped listening to that.
Dude, did you see any of the footage of the people out in front of the fucking courthouse?
No, I stopped caring. I stopped caring.
There was a dude in a pimp outfit. Like, there was a dude in a lavender pimp, like not purple, a lavender plush pimp outfit with bottles of baby oil, squirting them all over in front of the courthouse mouth. But just squirting and baby oil. That's why I got it behind me.
That's why you got the Johnson & Johnson. Listen, I should have bought me some baby oil. I'm about to invest in Johnson & Johnson.
Johnson stock went through the roof.
Johnson & Johnson, the Astroglide. I'm about to buy stock in both of them bitches. Them motherfuckers is going to the roof. I'm telling you, they're going to the moon by the morning. Listen, the coming home Diddy party is about to get. Listen, he about to order another 1,000 bottles of each.
I bet you he has it just in like one of the one over there in the litter box with the sand people, because all that oil coming up out the ground. Just open up one of the wells, bitch. That's
what I'm saying, like, bro. Brian Steele is a mean motherfucker. He got them on everything they threw at him. He took it back. He cocked that shit and threw it right back at him and changed it up and said, "Excuse me."
Now, what do you think about the whole theory that this shit was just because of I think it's what was it, Don Julio? What was his alcohol?
No, the Ciroc, the De Leon. He had De Leon. And he challenged the liquor. Now, he
won that.
Mm-hmm.
And them people owe him like almost billions.
Some billions. And that's what they were saying. Like, he won that.
What's the easiest way to pay out to get rid of that debt? You cancel the motherfucking debt.
Cancel the motherfucking debt. You get him in some other shit.
That's what I feel was happening to Diddy. I mean, personally, I'm not a fan of him. You know, seeing everything that came out. It ain't none of my business what you do behind closed quarters, but you shouldn't be putting your hands on the chick. But I'm just saying, you know, you the grown ass woman, you could have fucking walked the fuck out. I mean,
we seen them text messages. We seen them this because you when they're motherfucking 8 months pregnant, sweating and crying and shit. Listen, bitch, listen. We seen this text message where you said, "I want this." Like I got a motherfucking few text messages in my phone right now where motherfuckers say they want this.
They did the same thing with Weinstein. There was tapes, and they let it into evidence, but it was ignored. Like these chicks that he supposedly assaulted, saying, "Oh, baby, I'm sorry. I just don't like feeling like I'm not the only one, and can I come back over?" All this, and all kind of tapes.
But once you want to come back over, once you want to come back over after, okay, let's say. We done ran a train on this bitch. We done ran a train on this bitch. And she like, I ain't like that, but I still want to come over. It's like, well, you know, when you come over here, bitch, we gonna run a train on your ass. Like,
now, even in the whole R. Kelly thing, like I agree with you. I think they should let R. Kelly out. He had a lot better music than Diddy, you know. But
because the women wasn't forced.
Yeah, nobody looked into the background of that shit. All they saw was some younger girls, and they made it sound like they was like 10-year-olds. But then all they saw, you know, it was some younger girls, and he was doing fuck shit with them. Now, nobody says nothing about all the money that their parents got. Nobody said nothing that the parents encouraged these girls to go be with R. Kelly. Nobody said that there was consent given by not only the girls and the parents.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't saying it's right, but I ain't saying that he, you know.
I ain't saying it's right. I'm not saying that he did. He was all. No, listen, that was some crazy shit. But listen, then again, yo, motherfucker, when your parent pull up to this grown ass R&B singer house, like here, bro, come on now. He ain't made a song. He ain't made a song. Not talking about sex.
Dude,
when he started making songs about when he made songs not talking about sex, it was after the court allegations that step in the name of love and shit like that. But before that motherfucker was talking about shit. She's young and she's ready.
Dude, do you remember the first tape? The first tape, he was like, Aaliyah got it. Aaliyah was 15.
Bruh.
He ran down the names of every girl. R. Kelly didn't lie. I'll give you that one. R. Kelly didn't lie a goddamn thing. He put it all out there on tape.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, and none of them women was held against their will. Them ladies was there because they wanted to be at R. Kelly house. This was R. Kelly. Come on, bro. Since the 90s to the 2000s, my man's made songs that made bitches bones gyrate. They wanted to be there.
Yeah.
They wasn't drugged. They wasn't coerced. They wasn't drugged. They wasn't transported. They wasn't none of this shit. None of it. Them motherfuckers got the location, pulled up, and said, "This is where I will be in for the next 8 to 12 months." Bitch, I don't give a fuck. Now, you flip that shit to Diddy house. You came in that motherfucker. You got a Gatorade with a fucking lace in it. You like, I don't even know why the fuck I'm horny, but you ugly as fuck. But I want to fuck you right now. You don't even know why you feeling like this. And next thing you know, it's like the nigga, he had a humidor of an Astroglide. A humidor. This is what you put cigars in. You put
something
cigars in this.
That a lot of people like to think is a lie, and it's a real deal shit. Did you know about the X pills?
No, and I don't
get. You didn't know about the X pills.
You know what I'm saying? I do a little razzle every now and then, but
no. The X pills was Obama's face. Like they was printed. I mean, it wasn't even like a little scratch in there or whatever. They was Barack Obama's face on them X pills. Dude, you can look that shit up because I seen the meme and I'm like, nah, it's gotta be fake. Yeah, Obama was brought up a lot in them Diddy trials. There was a lot of people
what the Barack Obama's hitting for. I ain't never had no Barack Obama. I don't know. I party on the weekend sometimes, baby. Listen.
You find you some Barry O or some Big Mike.
I don't know. You know, it's motherfucking fentanyl is a heavy play in the game nowadays, and I'm the one to fuck around.
That's
so,
why I stopped fucking with, you know, that's why I just stuck the weed down.
You know what I'm saying? I put seed in the dirt. I put a little seed in the dirt and put some light to it. I don't know what else that, you know what I'm saying?
What you think down there, Ryan, about the whole Diddy situation?
I got no comment, bro. I got just.
The fuck you mean? You got no comment? You ain't got no sense.
I mean, he's a white guy. He don't know what the fuck goes on with this Diddy shit.
I got nothing with this Diddy shit.
He don't got a dog in his race.
Alligators,
and it's understandable. He probably could have been a juror on the case. He probably could have been a good juror on the case, and he probably could have fucking swayed that shit to be, you know, guilty and a racketeer, but they didn't pick him. But
I mean, who doesn't have a humidor of Astroglide? I don't even know what a fucking humidor is.
I don't fucking have a humidor, Astro. I don't even have a fucking humidor.
I got like 3-4 humidors, but they ain't got Astroglide in them.
I'm imagining
they got cigars in them. That's what I'm saying.
Like the little refrigerator.
No, they're the wooden boxes. They keep your.
It's like a box. It's a box. Some people got like a humidor for watches. They'll have a watch and you open it up and it's it's an assortment of watches. Rich people type shit. You have a humidor when it keeps your cigars cool. It's fresh. So when you you
fucked a chick with a cigar out of his humidor.
That's what I'm saying. Ryan, you wake up one day and you feel like, fuck it, bitch, I'm Ryan fucking Weiss. you open your open your humidor, your fucking cigars, and you take one and you sniff it, you like that motherfucker up.
You ain't living right, Ryan.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. This is why I wear a robe half the time. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't. My humidor does not have cigars in it. It has cigars, but not cigars in it. But whatever. Anyway,
listen. I was appalled by the amount of Astroglide, but that's not like illegal.
Yeah, that's another thing.
It's not illegal.
I use Astroglide. I buy Astroglide, and I'm gonna have to go ahead and invest in that too before the price goes to like $12. Because I mean, bro, this welcome home Diddy party is about
he about to get out of
Diddy brand. You know there's gonna be Diddy brand fucking Astroglide. It's gonna be in a black bottle with gold rating.
Because they confiscated all this shit, and I don't think they can get that back. Right? So that just means, listen, what's funny about this is that means somewhere there's just like a pallet of Diddy's Astroglide, like in a fucking warehouse somewhere. Just like
evidence right now.
And that shit's gonna be in there forever because they're not.
You think they'll get that baby oil and shit back?
No, I will hope so. Because I just don't want to. Just to think about the officer that walk into the evidence room. You just gotta walk into the evidence room and it's like that whole corner. Yeah, that's the Diddy shit.
That's
a career just guarding Diddy's
all of that
ass.
Astroglide that's not gonna be used. It's big back bitches that love to use Astroglide.
You know the
You need that on the
corners,
surface.
the touchy corners, the Captain Touchy's corners. They're gonna really love Diddy's Astroglide. That's where it's gonna go to. Is they're gonna. Just in my mind, the coroner got the key to the evidence shed and gonna go in there and get some of Diddy's Astroglide and then go down to the freezer. And
I mean, fuck it, it's here. We got Astroglide on tap now. It's almost 1,000 bottles of Astroglide. If you need baby oil, you come to work ashy. You be like, damn, hey, Officer Hendricks.
No one is ashy in that warehouse. No one is ever going to be ashy again in that warehouse ever.
Go down to evidence and get a bottle. Go down to evidence and get a bottle.
Listen, all of the doors in that friggin' jail and warehouse, they open so smoothly.
Yep. I bet you the tires on the cars look like bling, like they're all armored up, the interior all armored up.
That's crazy though. Like,
you know that because they got to find a use for all that shit. They probably use
they got to
camping oil.
You can't burn Astroglide. You can't burn it.
Petroleum oil.
It's petroleum oil. That shit gonna be on fire for days. That shit gonna be on fire for about a week. What the fuck is they burning? Astroglide from Diddy's case? That should be going over 3 months.
Like, we're joking about it, but imagine, like, all right, Marco, it's your first day at, I don't even know what state this shit is in, but it's your first day at County Warehouse, and you have been given the job to get rid of 32 pallets of Astroglide from fucking Diddy's house. I quit. I'd be like, yo, what the fuck you want me to do with this shit? Right?
That gotta be the thickest black smoke coming out of it. Like, as soon as you pile it up and light it on fire, and it go poof.
No,
God.
You find you a public fucking swimming pool. You got them a shed. You put all the shit in the swimming pool on Pride Month. And you throw a big fucking rainbow over the top of it.
Going to hell.
We're gonna go to okay, this is actually really
going to hell.
With it. We're gonna go to a public school. We're gonna get $5 or $6 store tarps, and we're gonna get the Astroglide, and the kids can have a slip and slide all day. It's what Diddy would have wanted.
Yeah. I you know what? That gets take all the Astroglide and just buy a bunch of tarps from fucking goddamn.
Dude, that's like a Griswold fucking thing. Remember fucking when the Griswolds went down the fucking sled with the fucking the shit on the bottom of the sled? Fucking bottom just caught off. You gonna have some fat nigga belly just on fire, flying down the top.
When you hit that bump, you gonna catch fire.
You see the hillbilly videos where they take the tarp, they take the black tarp that they use in warehouses, they throw that shit down the hill. That's what I'm saying. Just get the fucking tarp, throw it down the hill, have the Astroglide at the top, and just start sending fat fuckers down. Just start sending fat dudes down. We'll do it for the Vine. We will do it.
We're gonna do it for the Vine. We're gonna do it until the Astroglide go out. I'm telling you, Astroglide and baby oil. You know how slippery that shit will be. Astroglide and baby oil. Motherfuckers not even gonna stay on the. They're not gonna stay on the tarp. People gonna be sliding left and right. I can't control it.
There will be residual slipperiness on that hill for the next 3 years. That
is an ecological fucking disaster.
Somebody will call fucking the EPA. That hill will permanently be known as Slickback Hill.
Slickback. 3 months later, and somebody coming to having a date night, like, oh, I want to walk you down this hill, and you just. What the fuck just happened? What the? Oh yeah, they had that Diddy shit over here. She slipped. Just picture a person trying to get up and slipping, and when you get to the bottom, you still
get up the side, like just.
When you get to the bottom of this hill, you covered in baby oil from 3 months ago. Like, what?
You're gonna start having animals with weird mutations and shit. You're gonna have slick deer that get hit by the car and just roll off.
You covered in mud and baby oil, Astroglide, and mud. All it. You know how long that'll take you to get that off in the shower? You don't need baby oil ain't coming out.
Yeah, but your skin will be fucking fabulous.
Yeah, you'll have glass skin. You'll be in her looking great.
Moisturized as fuck, okay?
Not a blemish, not a anything. every pore cleared, all the wrinkles and the crow's feet gone.
All that shit.
There'd be old rich white ladies diving off that cliff every fucking
couple of months. You'll come out that slip and slide looking 13 years younger.
Oh, listen. Capitalism will get at it. Capitalism get at it. It'd be $5-10 a slide. Okay.
Yep.
Once they find out about it, oh yeah,
and then that shit's gonna skyrocket due to inflation.
Skyrocket. They're gonna have commercials. Do you want to slip and slide on the youth fountain? Them motherfuckers just charging $100 and something. Like, nigga, what? Just fly me over to where the fuck they be at.
Can I get like some of the Astro mist? Just a little mist on my face.
Just a little. That's enough. Make me breathe a little younger.
All right. The last topic I wanted to touch on. There's two topics. One I wanted to say just because it's something I experienced yesterday. Well, we're gonna hit it right now. Malcolm. I mean, you know, I'm a minority, but you're a minority, but you're of a different persuasion. And I have to say, y'all black folks need to quit fucking with the white folks. Y'all ruined the white folks. Y'all have ruined the white folks to the point where they come up and apologize for shit and they don't even know me. Like I was at a mic yesterday. Look, I said something about I made a joke about being deported. This white lady, I mean, I can't even say white lady, white girl, because she was probably younger than me. Walk up to me after the show. We was bullshitting for a quick minute, and she was like, I'm so sorry for your people.
She was drunk.
No, there was no alcohol in this bitch. I'm like, what the fuck you just say to me?
She was drunk. I'm sorry. I just want to admit that she was drunk. She was high off something. Because don't no motherfucking white person just come up and say, I'm sorry.
No, but it gets worse. It gets worse. So we bullshit for a minute, and she said she didn't like my comedy because I said something about trans folks. And I was like, did you hear the whole story? And she was like, no. And I told her the story. She was like, oh, well, you know, maybe, yeah, I see the comedy. I was like, see, you got to sit and fucking listen to what the fuck, you know, you can't just judge shit from, you know, just because somebody said trans and then all of a sudden, fuck them. And she wanted to buy my hat because it said adios on it. And I was like, no, you can't buy my hat. It goes with kind of my whole set. And she's like, well, where did you get it? And I said, the flea market. So then she's like, well, my girl like going to flea markets. So she calls her girl over. Not a bad looking young white chick, but cornrows in her hair, you know, with the little midriff and the kind of Daisy Dukes. And we get to talking for a minute. And she was talking about my car and shit. And she was like, and don't worry, if we get pulled over, I'll use my whiteness. I'll use my whiteness to protect you. But first of all, bitch, I own this car. I bought this car. And you look like you got felonies. Get the fuck away from me. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Just get in the back. We can Uber now. Get in the back.
Y'all black folks have ruined white folks. I
wouldn't say that we did that. We didn't do that.
The BLM and all that shit. Dude, that fucking like all the white dude, I ain't never in my life
because you got Black Lives Matters and you got Real Nigga Matters. Like
I believe
real niggas wasn't marching with the Black Lives Matter. We was for a second until we realized that shit was all a hoax and a fraud.
Yeah.
We backed the fuck up. And we like, hold up, you know what I'm saying? We clutched my motherfucking crystals and shit like, bitch, hold on, no, we don't do that. So we backed the fuck up off. So then once they start doing that shit, and it's like now Black Lives Matter than fucked up white people because they come up and they start doing shit. Because you got two sets. You got the white people that just apologize for random shit that they ain't ever did, but you got the white people that just you got to stand by and wait, motherfuckers. And it's like they be on call, like just in case some black motherfuckers do shit. So we didn't do that.
Dude, when she looked at me and was like, I'm so sorry for your people.
That's why a lot of like if you see the TikToks and the Instagrams and Facebooks now, the country is going to shit. and black people is out here learning every line dance that we can goddamn find. And where them fans at? Listen, the world is going to shit. And we kind of I ain't gonna lie, we kind of like, damn, that's fucked up that y'all got to go through hell. But it's one of those, you know, the chickens came home to roost type shit. Like, you know, they got nothing to do with us. Every day I do a big bag network. In my mind, we shut the black folks to learn how to shut the fuck up and mind our business. We're not protesting. We're not all off on the street dancing and sitting and getting hit with the hoses no more and getting punched and slapped with rocks and tear gas. Hell the fuck no. That ain't got shit to do with me. So when the shit be going down, we be like, damn, that's fucked up. I don't know why they hit Jose in the face with that damn rock like that, but they shouldn't have did that shit. And look at Sarah over there trying to defend him. But I ain't got that to do because I'm on TikTok. I ain't got that to do. I'm on TikTok trying to find out when the fuck do I clap my where them bands at? Where them bands at? I'm trying to figure out when the fuck that part come on. This ain't got nothing to do with me. I
tried learning the line dancing. Fuck that. I bought the fucking fancy white boots and everything. Look, my back wasn't right for a week. I couldn't understand because there's no rhythm to a lot of them line dances. You know, they got some snappy tunes, but when you start putting your feet to, like, remember the monorail and shit like that. You know, got
electric slide.
Yeah, you know that your foot hit on a beat. Your foot hit on a beat. You did a little twist. You shook your ass on a beat. Nah, the line dancing ain't like that. And they start giving weird names, and they want to do heel toes and start.
The cha-cha slide told you to do. Move to the left. Move to the right. Take it back one time. That means you only move one time back. You didn't keep going more than one step. You move back one time.
Up the whole line.
One hop this time. If you still hopping after I said one hop this time, then you go ahead and sit your motherfucking ass down. And then he even said 2 hops this time. Now turn around. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was idiot proof.
it was like, damn, we told you what to do. Then all you had to do was goddamn listen to what the fuck. 2 hops this time. After that, it was like, now y'all got the rhythm of the stroke. We just want to let y'all swim through this motherfucker. See, now we're going to give y'all a little bit more. And shit, the electric slide was a div. You know what I'm saying? You had to pay attention. Even though that song was about a dildo. A lot of people didn't know that song, Electric Slide, was about a dildo. I was so damn mad when people just was. I was like, what the fuck?
It's electric.
It's electric. Woogie, woogie, woogie. When she started making the weird noises, it's zippity gappity bitty bitty. Oh, that bitch was on her jacking off. She was about to bust on you. Oh yeah. She was at the end of her motherfucker. That rose was kicking in.
So we're gonna hit on the last topic for tonight. And I've seen a lot of people talking about this, and then I've seen it being put together. People are out here and outraged. They're saying that we traded Medicare spending and funding for alligator Alcatraz, and that the Medicare is to pay for that. First of all, that is false. That money actually came from the FEMA fund, and I don't know if that's a good idea, but FEMA wasn't doing too much of shit for that anyways. Second of all, supposedly now.
Oh yeah, defund FEMA. They don't do shit.
Yeah, I said don't defund FEMA. Like, what the fuck? We need that shit.
We don't need FEMA. We don't fund FEMA, right?
But FEMA's been doing the bare minimum.
We live in a disaster country. We live in a disaster country. Yeah. Like you had Texas have snow when they never had snow. You had Louisiana and all them shits flood. You got the fucking Gulf Coast we have hurricane season.
But just on that though, think about that.
FEMA. Don't defund FEMA.
FEMA funds and putting it into a detention center in the middle of hurricane heaven.
Listen, I really only have 30 seconds on this. Same thing I said earlier. Why? And I don't fucking care. Like, just why do we need to build another one in the middle of an alligator swamp? Like, this is Dr. Evil shit.
The reason why he's building it here and in the middle of the swamp. Hey, y'all don't remember way in the beginning when everybody was making, like, this first term, when everybody was making fun of Trump talking about he was going to put gators in the Rio Grande?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's no, you know what's hilarious about this?
Wait. So that's the one thing. Two, this facility was already there. It's an old air base. And 3, everybody was having a fit that they were sending the illegals to El Salvador or to Sudan or wherever. You know, so now they taking the illegals that are in detention, and they're supposed to be the worst ones that stay in detention. And this ain't even full time. This is before they get deported. So they getting let go. They ain't even getting sent to prisons in their other countries. They just getting sent to their other country.
Back home.
Right.
With their same house keys.
But they taking the worst supposedly and putting them in a barracks that look better than my barracks when I was in the fucking military. So I mean, yeah, it's and what, you don't want to pay for security? Well, you stick it in the middle of the fucking land where there's gators. You make it through them. I mean, Alcatraz, they put it there from the sharks and the fucking undertows. It's natural. You ain't got to pay that much for security.
Listen, I'm not saying that it's not evil and maniacal and intelligent. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, who built it? Like that's what's funny. That's what's funny to me, because like when you get to think about it, like somebody had to go in there and refurbish that, and
it was done quick.
It was done real quick. It was done real quick. It was done real quick, and it was in a non-ideal location. It was in a location that, you know, maybe the white electrician was like, I don't want to go to a swamp and get malaria and get eaten by a fucking, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, couple guys went there to work on some shit and stayed. That's all I'm saying. That's all.
Yeah, and that is in the middle of the swamp people country. And that takes us back to the beginning of the show when you was talking about these people coming in and invading, and if we would get together, that is exactly what they do. Because you think if they make it, if somebody makes it out of that prison and then goes through the Everglades and makes it through the bayou, through the gators, they still got to deal with them old bayou swamp people.
This is where we just have.
If you make it through that shit, motherfucker, hey, I'm pardon your ass.
This is where
fuck it, you American.
Yeah, I pardon your ass. I'm sorry.
What I'm saying is, if they make it through the gator swamp, the bayou, the malaria, the heat, there should be a representative standing on the outside of the swamp, just like you're legal now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you can get through that shit, if you can get through all of that and you made it, like, this is the last. You have now made it through Survivor. You have now conquered Survivor.
They should be able. Their last name is now Weiss, and they are fucking German. And welcome to America. That is
come in, and you're Caucasian.
Yeah.
Don't fuck up, because you'll end up back here. Don't fuck up, because you'll end up back here.
You made it. You get an American name and a credit of 700 already coming to the gate. Like, look what you did. Look what you made it through. You deserve. This deserves an Arbor Miss. This deserves an Arbor Miss.
Case of Coors Light for you. Case of Coors Light. Welcome. And
then, as far as what I'm reading into, and I'm looking more and more into it, this whole cut that's supposed to be in the big Medicare bill, whatever, that everybody says has passed already. It has not passed already. It just went through the Senate. It has to go through the House still. And there are people who are against it. So it can go either way. So if it does go Trump's way or the Republicans' way, whatever the fuck you want to call it, the Democrats had a big hand in that shit too. Now, as far as the Medicare cuts and the food stamp cuts and stuff like that I've seen, from what I'm noticing, you know, that one, Social Security taxes are being taken off. People are supposed to get higher Social Security. I hear talks that there's they're not doing the fucking overtime tax and the tax on tips. That's bullshit. They are. That's in the bill. Now for the people on the Medicaid and SNAP, apparently they're just making it more stricter. The rules are stricter, and no illegals are allowed to be on it. A big chunk of that is from illegals being on this. And you know, yeah, there was a time there was a cushion for y'all, but y'all wanted to suck off the system too hard. Y'all had a lot of fuck people fucking it up for everybody. You know, we all have our loopholes in life. We have all found our loopholes in the government to live. Nobody is snitching on nobody. But when you fucking it up, not only for my family, but for the whole community, because you don't want to, you know, we know that we got to step over that line. We can't, you know, just step on that line. And you steady stepping on that line, you got to go. You got to go. You fucking it up for the rest of us. And now and just like your parents Your parents didn't just punish one of the kids. Everybody got it for somebody acting a fucking fool. I mean, and that's the world we live in right now. Y'all keep letting this fuck shit happen, and then when the hammer finally, I mean, it even goes back to the whole abortion thing. Back in the day, you know, there was an abortion law, whether you were for it or against it, but you had a certain amount of time that gave the woman time enough to figure out what she was doing. Does the dude going to be around or not? If it's going to be a complication, they gave you time to take care of what you got to take care of. But they kept bitching about it, making that time shorter and shorter and shorter until pretty much, you know, the doctor can high five the baby out the coochie and they can still kill the baby. Now they said, fuck you and your abortion. Y'all pushed it too far. Everything was fine before. It ain't about taking away women's rights. It's about you went from fucking a life choice to murder. Bitch, figure it out.
That shit crazy.
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, until everybody can get on the same level and try to stop thinking that, you know, their particular gender or their particular pronoun or their particular race or their particular situation is more important than anybody else's, and looking at it like we all, just like you said earlier, you know, we three people from three different backgrounds and three different colors. You know, right here, this is what the whole America need to do. We didn't agree with everybody, what we said. We didn't totally, disagree with everything we said. We all got our opinions. We all got respect for each other. And at the end of the day, we live in our goddamn lives.
That's it. That's all the fuck everybody want to do, really. I just want to live my life respectfully in my quarters. I don't want to bother nobody.
Aw, y'all respect me?
Shut the
fuck. He had
to fuck it up. He had to fuck it up.
But we know what I'm saying. That's really what everybody really wants. Everybody just wants to do their own thing respectfully without, overshadowing or constructing your goddamn time. Yeah.
So that being said, Malk, you got some shows coming up? You got something you want to plug? Plug your podcast.
July 11th, we out there at the Funny Farm, and now is in the basement of the Margarita King. Make sure y'all come fuck with me. I got some shows coming, you know what I'm saying? That. Got some other shit lined up August 1st, too. I make sure I keep y'all posted. Make sure y'all follow me on TikTok, Goldmouth Funny. I'm Malcolm Floyd on Facebook, the Malcolm Floyd on Instagram. So the_Malcolm_Floyd. Y'all find me. Anyway.
Yeah, what about your podcast? When your podcast coming out?
Oh yeah, every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Good Greens and Grits. I be out there. You know what I'm saying? This week I was by myself, but I got my main man, Mark, the comedian. He on there. We every Wednesday, 6 p.m. But make sure y'all catch me on TikTok every day. Big Back Network. I do the weather report, around like 7 a.m. You know what I'm saying? On TikTok, Goldmouth Funny.
Yep, go check him out. Go follow my Big Mouth and go check out his shows. I ain't gonna lie, he's one of my favorite comedians. I met him a while back, and he just always been cool with me, and I always been cool with him. And he just, he make me laugh out of everybody. I sit there and watch him. I got love for him, but Mouth makes me laugh. So
that's what's up, Brian, man. Appreciate you.
Fuck yeah, Brian. What you got going on?
Let's see. Comedy Cookout is going to be July 27th at the Cleveland Winery. Tickets is $15. I got Ebony. I got I got a great lineup of comics. I'm sorry, I've lost my brain a little bit. So you can come check that out. And Eargasm will be releasing more sketches here in the next few days. So as soon as I get done editing.
Yep.
That's what's up.
And then I got a comedy contest coming up on the 12th at 2. I think it's called $2. Come and check out my Facebook page. It's my cover photo. It gives you all the comedians that's gonna be there. I got third place in the last one. Come support your boy out there. Y'all know we got What the Fuck Wednesday every Wednesday at 9:00. Tomorrow we're gonna have tomorrow is Mental Health with Dino and Cole. Hammer the Cheese is on Saturday. Monday we got motherfucking Monday, Life of Giants, and then we start this shit all over again on Wednesday. So come and check us the fuck out. Thank you for joining us tonight. Malcolm, thank you. Ryan, thank you. It was a blast. We done with this shit.
Appreciate y'all.
Put that shit in.
So what the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah. So what the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah. So what the fuck?